Hey y'all, and welcome to the video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Today we're reviewing the brand new KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Foundation Balm. I got mine in the shade Light 02, and I have to say, first off, right off the bat, this was like the perfect shade for me. It was for light skin tones with a neutral undertone. I think, yeah, a neutral undertone, and this was like the perfect shade match. I've had it on for a good hour and a half. It hasn't oxidized or anything like that, and I just want to say this is going to be a positive review. So if you guys want to see up close and personal how this foundation applies to my skin and how it looks, then definitely keep on watching, because this is probably my #1 go-to favorite foundation right now. It's just something so different than anything else that I've tried, and it's like so beautiful on the skin. I can't exaggerate enough how much that I'm like so obsessed with just looking at myself, and like, I don't know, it's just, I really like it. And I don't want you to think that I'm being like really exaggerating when it comes to this. It's just, it's a really good foundation. Now let me just tell you, this is pretty freaking pricey. This is $38, and you get about a third of what you normally would in, say, a regular foundation. You get 1 fluid ounces in a regular foundation, whereas for this one you only get, how much is it? 0.35 ounces, which isn't a lot, but the way I see it is, since it's a balm and this is so full coverage that you don't have to build up anything, it's gonna go a long way. Like, a little goes a long way. You will see just how freaking pigmented and like amazing this is when you see me apply it to my skin. So let's just cut the crap and get started. But really quick, let me just show you this component. It's 100% recyclable, and you can use every single bit of this foundation. Unlike, you know, regular foundations, the pumps and whatnot, you can't get every bit out. This, you are guaranteed to get every bit of it out. And even though it's $38, this packaging is pretty cheap. It's plastic, and there's not like so much going on. The fact that it is 100% recyclable and you can use every bit of this product, I'm not going to be package picky or petty or anything like that. When you're doing something good for, you know, the earth, I don't think you should be package petty on it whatsoever. And even though the packaging is still pretty cheap looking for $38, now that I've experienced this foundation firsthand, I would pay $38 over and over again for this foundation. Just gonna say, you will see when you guys see me apply it on my face. It's fabulous. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe. It would mean so much, especially because I've noticed in my analytics that over half of my viewers are not even subscribed. So if you're already viewing this video, if you would do me the honor and hit the subscribe button, it would melt my heart. And let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so I've already prepped my skin with my Juno & Co. Moonshine Miracle Cream. This is my almost everyday go-to primer. It's a primer moisturizer in one, and I absolutely love it. You can actually use my code Connor15 to save some money if you buy anything from Juno & Co. So now that the primer is applied, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the foundation balm. I decided that I'm going to do half of my face with this Huda Beauty sponge and the other half with my Tarte brush, because it is a very dense brush. This is a balm, so I figured a dense brush would be best, and then I wanted to try it with a sponge. I recently just tried this Huda Beauty sponge and I fell in love with it. Like, it made me reconsider using sponges in the future more often than just brushes. So we're gonna do half with the sponge, half with the brush. Hello. Okay. Holy freaking ballsack, you guys. So this is just going into it with a few little pats. Like, I just barely went pat, and oh my god, I cannot believe the coverage that my skin has right now, and I barely used any product. Holy bagosh, like, I cannot believe it. And my skin looks so good right now, and I'm dry. I'm like combo, and I'm kind of dry right now. And it's not really clinging to my dry patches, and I'm like, I'm blown away. Okay, so now let's just tap a little bit onto the brush and see what happens. So for me personally, it literally looks the same on both sides. Maybe the sponge is just a little bit more dewy versus the brush, but so far I'm liking it. I might think I like it a little bit more with the sponge, just because it does have more of a dewy effect and a much more natural finish, more than like more matte over here where it's not as shiny, but oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna take my brush and just kind of like try and get all these spots that the sponge didn't get, because I just wanted to see what I could do with the run and all of that. I mean, so far you can still see like a little bit of some dry patches, like where it's like, you know, touching my little like flicks of dry, but I mean, it's not like terrible, like at all. Like you can't even really notice it unless you're really up close looking at it, which of course powder and, you know, the concealer and all that and the setting spray is gonna like melt everything together. But right now I'm like, I look so good. I actually want to take a little bit on my finger here and use it to see if it would conceal really good under the eye. I don't know how to explain it, but this foundation looks like it's becoming a more full coverage as it sits into my skin. Like, I like this so much more than the Morphe foundation I reviewed. Like, this is something else. And you barely have to use any product and you have like your full face. Hello. That's perfection. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm gonna actually use the sponge, I think, to do it, only because I am, you know, I don't know, I kind of like the sponge. Maybe I've turned, maybe I like sponges again. I don't know. Maybe it's just the Huda sponge. I just really like it. Okay, so here is my concealer under my eyes. And it really blended well with the balm, and I'm really like, I'm really happy. It looks like I don't even need to set this like at all, but I'm gonna go in with my Tarte translucent Shape Tape powder. I've used this a ton and I know what like it does for my skin. It's probably one of my favorites, and I just use the puff. I really like it to just really like get that all in my grooves and cracks and all that good stuff and just set. So I want to use this. And even though this is a matte foundation, my face still looks really radiant and like dewy. But my face has been like really glowy lately, and I don't know, even though I'm like really dry, my face has just been glowing. I think it's the moisturizer I've been using. Even though I'm dry, it's just glowing me to the heavens. Hands on the forehead for dramatic effect. Hide the fact that I haven't shaved my arms in like 2 weeks. I'm blown away right now by this foundation. Balm. Like, hold on. I didn't expect to like it so much. It looks so good. Like, it looks so good. It looks so good. My opinion can change over time, you know? Like, you know, I could like it today, not like it tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. But this is, like, looking better on my skin than my Charlotte Tilbury one. That's my absolute favorite. Now, I know you probably are like, oh, girl, you're just trying to make this, like, really good review. But this is just from me personally looking at myself. I look so good. It looks so good. Like, I guess with my skin chemistry, this just works so well, and it's so full coverage, and I didn't have to build it up. I didn't have to use much product. I barely used any product, and it just went a long way. I think that this brand just did something. I think they just did the damn thing, okay? Like, this balm is something else. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I'm gonna be right back, and we're gonna see like the final everything. But right now I'm pretty freaking happy about this. Like, I'm really happy. I didn't expect to be so happy. I hope you guys don't think I'm lying and being exaggerative. I'm not over exaggerating. Like, you guys can see it looks so good. I really like it. Okay, I'm gonna finish my makeup and I'll be back to show you the final look, give you my final thoughts, film my intro, which is going to be very positive, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my full face of makeup. What do you guys think? I'm really loving this foundation. Like, it's been, I'm not gonna lie, it's been like an hour and a half since I filmed last, because first off, it takes me like half an hour just to do these wings, and then I was doing stuff, blah, 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 blah. I'm back, and it looks good. I'm gonna probably update you guys with like a short little video probably on my phone later of like how everything's doing. I'll give you like a wear test update because I do have lots of other videos to film after this. I have to go pick up my son from school, so it's gonna be hours later that you guys are gonna see an update from me. I'll tell you exactly how many hours and all of that, but I'll have that updated video right after this. But so far I love it. It looks so good, you guys. I say give this a chance, okay? If you want to try this out, go pick it up at Ulta. If you don't like it, return it. Same thing goes for Sephora. Try it. If you don't like it, return it. But I think this is one that I highly encourage you guys to go out and try. I think that this is so much more beautiful than the Marc Jacobs foundation that I just reviewed. Much more beautiful than the Morphe foundation I reviewed. It's just something different than any kind of foundation I've ever used, and it's personally probably my favorite. Now that will change obviously through time of me trying it out. When the weather starts to warm up more, yada yada, will this be more, you know, wet looking, making me look more oily? I don't know, but right now we are loving it, and I think this might be like the #1 foundation I've ever used because it looks that good. Like Italian hands, mwah, that good. So I definitely encourage you guys to go try this out and see if it works really well with your skin chemistry and whatnot. Again, I am a combo. I'm very dry here, 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 and right here. And for me, it's not really clinging to my dry patches as much as like other foundations do. It's just really like, it kind of has melted into that and just like, I don't know, it looks really good, and all these other products that I used on top look really good. I'm just blown away. I was like, I wasn't expecting this at all, so I'm very, very happy with this. Like, I'm so happy. I can't wait to use this all the time. And another thing that I really like about this is that a little goes a long way. You don't have to sit there and build it up. It's already like perfect the very first time that you apply it. If you have to like build your foundation up, like say it's a build for coverage, full coverage foundation, then it can tend to look really, really cakey, and I am not having any sort of cake face at this point in time, and it just looks so beautiful. And I can't believe I'm just like sitting here going on and on and on and on about this, and I don't have to think about what I want to say because it's just all spilling out of my brain because it's just, I'm blown away with this. Like, I'm blown away. So anyways, I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. Are you going to pick this up? Are you going to try it? I know it's pricey, but again, the little goes a long way is something that you should really consider, especially because you can use the full product. When it comes to pumps, the product, you can't get every drop out of this, and even though this is a third of the price of a regular standard foundation, I think that a little does go a long way. Like, I went pump, and like half my face was done. I didn't really use much. That's a lot. I mean, it's like a cream product. You get such a small amount of cream product because a little goes a long way. That's how I'm thinking this balm is going to be. And I feel like I'm going to hit pan on this really soon. Not like really soon, but like I want to keep using it. You know what I mean? Like I want to use this every day. You feel me? And like, yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thoughts and opinions down below. Do you like this? I haven't seen any other reviews on it except for Manny MUA. I watched him the other day, and he really, really liked it. And I didn't expect to like it this much because, like, you know, whatever. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here and watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, so here is my update. It's been 5 hours now. I have left the house. I picked up my son from school. I filmed some unboxings. I've done a few other things, and it's been 5 hours. I know that's not like a long time, but I just want to say that literally nothing has changed. Like, nothing about the foundation or anything else sitting on my foundation or anything has changed. Like, everything looks like I just applied it. I mean, it looks the same. I really like this foundation. Like, after 5 hours and running around, I think the only thing that I'm seeing is maybe my oils coming through. I feel like my forehead's a little bit more shinier, But that's about it. Like, it still looks really good. I like it, guys. Okay, that's my update.